Now, if the Deputy Speaker finds that a political party wants to disqualify certain people for anti-party activity, how is this legally invalid? Because Eknath Shinde says that this is legally invalid. You can't do this. It's illegal, according to him.
Well, I think all sides are using law to dupe the people. And both sides also know that what the legal provision is, and that is obvious in the way in which things are unfolding. Please see, one, it's an obvious case of disqualification, Shinde is concerned, but the disqualification was not initiated. NCP, I feel, is the reason behind, because they want to preempt any kind of rapprochement within the Shiv Sena, because I feel the real kingmaker here is the NCP. So now we have the disqualification invoked, not for legal reasons, but for political reasons. Then you have the Shinde, who is saying that, see, I am not disqualified because I have more than 37. While saying that he has more than 37 and repeating this particular fact and also showing those photographs, he chooses not to come to Maharashtra. Because what is the body which is to decide? That is going to be the speaker. That's the speaker. That is under the constitutional provision. It is the speaker. It is not for anyone to unilaterally decide this particular issue. Now, because the speaker is to decide, in this particular case, there is now an application that yes, you recall the speaker is biased. That is a preemptive action to in some way affect this particular procedure which has to actually come. In the entire scenario, we have Thackeray, who is warning people, okay, you can't have a non-Thackeray government. And in that context, what he is saying is, come to Maharashtra. Now, the coming to Maharashtra is not for the purposes of application of the law, not because of the 10th schedule, not because of the governor, not because of the speaker. That is, the Shiv Sena and NCP and also the Congress may be wanting to use the same method which the BJP is using in keeping them in Assam. So the BJP uses political power to keep them in Assam. And as far as the NCP, Shiv Sena and Congress is concerned, they want to use potentially the power to bring them to Delhi to influence. So where is law over here? Law over here is absolutely inert, a passive spectator. Because what is happening here is just bare politics. Politicking what is happening. Law will come at the end, fag end. When the politicking will fail, at that point of time as the last resort, law will come, because there is adequate opportunity for both sides to invoke the law in the first instance, which chose not to do, because both sides know that insofar as the respective cases is concerned, there is a possibility of the legal case being weak. So the question of law is actually just watching rather quietly the scenario and it is wanting to be involved in it but kept out of the whole picture.